Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to share you the topper strategy for cracking SBI clerk and PO exam in the very first attempt. Friends, I have been studied various blogs and answers written by toppers who shared their strategy to crack this exam. So this strategy what I am providing in this video is a collection of many topper strategies. So please watch this video until end. At the end, I have added a salary slip of a junior associate who cracked this exam in his first attempt. So if you are new to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Let's get into the video. So this exam is conducted in three phases. In prelims, it has 100 marks and comprises of three sections: English, numerical ability and reasoning. And for mains, it has 200 marks and of four sections: in English, numerical ability, reasoning and banking awareness and GK. For PO, you will have an interview, and for clerk, you will have only prelims and mains. So what normal people will do? So what average people will do and what toppers will do? So as an average student, he is not having a full idea about the pattern syllabus. And for a topper, he is having the complete knowledge on his fingertips. That means he is having the complete knowledge regarding the exam pattern, weightage and the syllabus and completely previous year questions. And no dedication towards exam. He is having complete determination to crack his exam in the very first attempt. So if you belongs to average category, then this video can help you to convert from average to topper. So these are the most weighted topics for prelims exam. These topics are just enough to qualify prelims and as well as mains. So if you master these topics, you can fetch this job very easily. So for English section, you will have reading comprehension or passage. You will have a minimum of 1 or 2 passages in prelims, and in mains you will have a minimum of 2 passages. You will have a cloze test of 5 questions and a parajumble of 5 questions and sentence correction of 5 questions. So here you can easily get 20 marks. I am talking about prelims. Coming to numerical ability, you will have a data interpretation like pie chart, tabular chart of 2 sets, each question 5 marks. That means here you can secure 10 marks. Number series of 5 questions and approximation of 5 questions. You can easily secure 20 marks in this section. And reasoning ability, you will be asked a seating arrangement of 2 sets, each of 5 marks, and inequalities of 5 marks, syllogism of 5 marks, and blood relation topics of at least 2 questions, and flow based puzzle. If you master these topics, you can easily secure 25 to 30 marks. So if you completely prepare all these topics what I have mentioned, you can easily secure 70 to 75 marks out of 100 marks. So you can easily qualify this exam. Qualify to mains level. And mains which is of 200 marks. Here you have some additional topics like computer awareness and banking awareness. So for reasoning and computer awareness, you will have 45 questions of 60 marks and duration is 60 minutes. Sectional timing is there for this exam. And for DI and Quant, you have 35 questions of 60 marks and of 45 minutes duration. And for English, you have 35 questions of 40 marks and 40 minutes duration. For banking awareness, you have 40 questions of 40 marks and 35 minutes time duration. So coming to the general awareness topic, you will have 40 questions of 40 marks. Friends, it is the most important section. It is a deciding factor whether you can get a job or not. So with the following strategy, you can easily fetch 30 plus marks out of 40. So this general awareness is mainly divided into 3 parts: banking and financial awareness, current affairs and static GK. So banking and financial awareness, it comprises banking terminologies like repo rate, CRR, SLR and all other banking terminologies. Regarding monetary policy, SBI related news, committees and budget topics, you can secure 20 to 25 marks from this topic. And current affairs from the last 6 months, just before the date of exam. So you have to read national and international news, sports news, awards and summits, and all the schemes of central and state governments. You can easily secure 10 to 15 marks from this topic. And static GK, like national parks, dams, stadiums, airports of states, and who is first in news and international organizations like UN or UNICEF. You can easily secure 5 to 10 marks from this topic. So for current affairs, you can download any compilations from internet. You will have many sources in the internet. Kindly check it. So by following this strategy, you can secure easily 30 to 35 marks out of 40 marks. And one more important thing, you should read and revise regularly at least 1 hour per day. So don't just by heart the terms, which are very much difficult to remember. Instead of by hearting, just correlate these terms with daily news. If you are reading daily newspaper or if you are following financial news, just correlate with these terms. Suppose you studied about repo rate and in the news you got a topic that relate to repo rate, just correlate these two topics so that you can understand the topic and you can understand the concept very easily. This is one way of understanding banking awareness. Coming to DA and quant. So always be regular with calculation tricks and shortcuts. So practice pie chart, tabular, bar graph and castellate, etc. So practice 2 models of DI sets every day. Minimum of 2 sets. That means you have to practice at least 10 questions. And spend at least 2 hours for this section. This is minimum time you can spend for this section. So if you are good at DA and quant, you can reduce your time to 1 hour. But if you are weak in the section, you can improve your time as well to 3 hours. And one more important thing is always keep timer with you while practicing. Because most of the students, they never do this. And at the time of exam, they face problems while attending the questions in given time. And get track of your speed and time. And for reasoning and computer awareness, it is the most difficult section. You should focus more on inequalities, syllogism and puzzles. So these inequalities and syllogism, it can easily fetch you 10 to 15 marks. And blood relations, direction, ranking, coding, these are the miscellaneous topics that can easily secure 20 marks. And practice daily 3 types of puzzles: floor base, circular arrangement and horizontal rows. Practice at least 3 types of puzzle. And for computer awareness, you can download PDF from internet and read regularly for computer part. So if you are very good at this topic, just give half an hour a day. If you are good at this topic, you can easily secure 10 marks without doing any effort. So this is a strategy for reasoning plus computer awareness. You can easily secure 40 marks if you follow this strategy. And remember friends, never neglect these topics. The types of puzzles you should prepare. In exam, you will get definitely 3 puzzles. And if you are good at these puzzles, then you can easily secure 15 marks. And for English language, it is the most neglected section. And if you are weak in English, never neglect this section. Because there is sectional cutoff. Top in reasoning, DI, GK. And if you never cross the cutoff in English language, you are disqualified for this exam. So never neglect this section. So practice cloze test, parajumble and reading comprehension. These are the most weighted topics for this section. If you are familiar with all these topics, you can easily secure minimum to minimum 15 marks. And you should do minimum 2 sets of all these topics. And practice these topics. You should do cloze test of 2 sets. That means 10 questions. Parajumble of 2 sets. And reading comprehension. That means passage of 2 sets. You should practice daily. The most important one was you should read newspaper daily. And practice to write essay on your own. So you can learn vocabulary from the newspaper and you can good in solving the questions from reading comprehension and parajumble. And some other tips, what I would suggest is time management and accuracy. These are the 2 most important ones. If you have accuracy and no time management, then you are unable to score more marks. So always balance time management and accuracy. And analyze your performance and improve your weak areas. Suppose you are weak in syllogism, so focus more on syllogism and try to improve your marks in that area. And most important thing is test series. So test series has 50% of your preparation. Attempt at least 2 to 3 mocks in a week to maintain your pace, because in exam you will have 1 hour for prelims and 2 hours for mains. If you practice regularly with time constraint mocks, then you can easily attempt during your exam. So I'll suggest you to practice minimum of 2 mocks in a week and analyze your mistakes and improve your weak areas. And never miss live mock tests. These are very much important, because across the country around 30 to 40,000 students will attempt these live mock tests. And the sources for test series I suggest is Oliveboard, textbook and GradeUp. Oliveboard you will get the test series from 400 and textbook you will get from 300 and GradeUp from 300 as well. And never rely on single source. So from these resources you will get live mocks every week. So don't miss this live mock test. So you can compete with around 30,000 students all across our country, and you can get all India rank. You can analyze your preparation. And coming to the interview part, which is mainly for probationary officer post. So what type of questions asked in interview? I'll made another video completely for interview purpose. You should have basic knowledge about reading, writing of the language of the state you have applied for. So what most of the students will do is they reside in UP and they will apply for Bangalore or Karnataka, because the vacancies Bangalore or Karnataka are more compared to UP. So in interview you should have the knowledge of the language of Kannada. The language of Kannada, that means you should familiar with reading Kannada language and writing Kannada. So you should learn this language, and you should be familiar with the news mainly on banking and economy and the banking terms and normal introduction. These are the important topics for interview purpose. And this is the salary slip I am providing for motivation purpose only. And thanks to my friend Siddhartha who shared his salary slip with me. So he got selected in SBI for the position of junior associate in customer support and sales. This is his date of joining, 13/1/2020. This is his PAN number. It is his branch ID. Here you can find the basic pay of 13,075 rupees and DNS allowance of 10,943 rupees, and this is HRA of 1,000 rupees and transport allowance of 425 rupees. And these are the special allowances provided by SBI, 1,015 rupees and 330 rupees. And these are the deductions: professional tax of 200 rupees, SBI staff membership of 100 rupees, and contribution to pension fund of 2,350 rupees. So in a total you will get 26,798 rupees, and after deductions of 2,658 you will get 24,134 by hand salary. So in our next video I will try to provide the salary slips of probationary officer. Friends, if you find my video helpful, please subscribe to our channel Yuvataram Education and kindly share this video with your friends. Thank you all.